90% of you are walking into a financial ambush the moment you sign that car contract. While you're distracted by ambient lighting and 15-inch touchscreens, the German luxury brand you're eyeing is plotting its own planned obsolescence. Average out-of-warranty repair costs have spiked 22% this year. Smart money doesn't buy prestige. Smart money buys engineering that survives the neglect of the previous owner. We've crunched the 2026 data from Consumer Reports, Edmunds, and J.D. Power to find the unicorns, the 6 SUVs with near-perfect reliability scores. This isn't marketing fluff. This is the god tier of automotive longevity. Acura MDX. Let's start with the king of the 2026 charts. The Acura MDX isn't just a fancy pilot. That's what people who don't understand metallurgy say. We're looking at a 97-100 reliability score because Acura decided to stop playing the tech gadget game and went back to school on structural geometry. Inside this engine bay sits the 3.5-liter V6. In an era where everyone is slapping 2 turbos onto a tiny 4-cylinder and praying the head gasket holds, Acura stayed the course with high-displacement, naturally aspirated breathing. As a mechanic, I love this engine because it doesn't stress. It's like a marathon runner with a resting heart rate of 40. The 10-speed automatic transmission has finally been scrubbed of its early production hunting issues. The internal clutches are now coated in a proprietary friction material that handles heat better than your cast iron skillet. No turbos means no extreme oil temperatures, and no extreme oil temperatures means your seals don't turn into brittle plastic at 60,000 miles. The MDX is currently holding 68% of its value after 4 years. Compare that to a European rival that drops 50% the moment the new car smell fades. Your insurance premiums are lower here too, because the Safety Sense suite is hardwired into the chassis, not just glued behind the windshield where a pebble can cause a $3,000 calibration nightmare. Next up, the vehicle that makes my job as a mechanic very, very boring, the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. If the MDX is a marathon runner, the RAV4 Hybrid is a cockroach. It will survive the nuclear winter of car ownership. Everyone is scared of hybrid complexity, but they're looking at the wrong parts. Toyota's electronic continuously variable transmission, or eCVT, is a masterpiece of simplicity. It doesn't have belts or chains to snap. It's a planetary gear set. It's essentially 2 electric motors and a few gears dancing together. There is no traditional starter, no alternator, and no serpentine belt to fail you on a Tuesday morning. The 2026 RAV4 Hybrid is the safest place to park $40,000. It has a negative depreciation curve in certain markets, meaning it's worth more used than new, because people are tired of waiting 6 months for one. Your brake pads will likely last 100,000 miles because the regenerative braking does all the heavy lifting. You're saving money at the pump, the parts counter, and the bank. Coming in at number 3 is the Subaru Outback Wilderness. Now, I've spent 2 decades making fun of Subaru head gaskets, but for 2026, I'm eating my words. They finally fixed the metallurgy. Subaru redesigned the cooling jackets around the cylinders for this generation. The Boxer engine used to be a nightmare for heat soak, but the Wilderness Edition gets an industrial-strength oil cooler and a beefed-up CVT chain. Notice I said chain, not belt. This transmission is built to handle the torque of a small tractor. They've also simplified the suspension. Instead of airbags that leak and cost $2,000 a corner to replace, the Wilderness uses long-travel coil springs and heavy-duty dampers. It's a mechanical solution to an off-road problem. No sensors to calibrate, just solid iron and high-quality oil. Subaru owners are a loyal tribe, and that keeps the floor on resale value incredibly high. The Wilderness trim specifically is fetching 74% of MSRP on the secondary market. Insurance companies love these because the eyesight cameras are now recessed into the headliner, making them less likely to be damaged in a minor fender bender. It's a utilitarian win that refuses to die. If you want a luxury badge without the luxury repair bills, the 2026 Lexus NX 350h is your endgame. It sits at a 94 out of 100 because Lexus understands one thing: new is the enemy of reliable. Under the skin, this is a masterclass in industrial-grade hybrid tech.
The NX 350h uses the 4th generation Toyota hybrid system, but with tighter tolerances. As a mechanic, what I see here is the absence of stress points. There are no air suspensions to collapse, no electronic active anti-roll bars to leak, and no complex dual-clutch gearboxes to overheat in traffic. The battery cooling system is over-engineered to the point of absurdity, ensuring the cells stay within their happy temperature range, regardless of whether you're in a Phoenix summer or a Maine winter. By removing fragile airbags and replacing them with high-density coil springs and adaptive dampers, Lexus has removed a $4,000 ticking bomb from your ownership experience. You aren't just paying for the L on the grille, you're paying for a 5-year unlimited mile battery warranty and a resale value that defies physics. The NX 350h typically retains 64% of its value after 5 years. In the world of luxury crossovers, that's not just good, it's dominant.
Toyota Highlander Hybrid. Number 5 is the Toyota Highlander Hybrid. This is for the buyer who needs 3 rows but refuses to play the minivan lottery. It earns its spot because Toyota took a scale-up approach rather than a start-from-scratch approach for 2026. Most 3-row SUVs suffer from premature aging. They're heavy, and that weight kills transmissions and eats through bushings. Toyota solved this by using heavy-duty planetary gear sets and an electric motor on the rear axle for the AWD system, eliminating the need for a physical drive shaft and complex transfer case. Less moving parts equals fewer failure points. The 2.5-liter engine is tuned for a lazy power delivery. It's never screaming at redline because the electric torque handles the initial inertia of moving 4,500 pounds of steel and family. This relaxed mechanical stress is why we see these engines coming into the shop with 250,000 miles still showing factory-spec compression. The Highlander Hybrid is the Swiss Army knife of family finance. Its insurance costs are significantly lower than its turbo-powered competitors because its safety systems are integrated into the hardware, not just the software. It's an SUV that pays you back in avoided repair bills and massive equity at trade-in time. Honda CRV Hybrid. Finally, the Honda CRV Hybrid. In 2026, it remains the golden retriever of SUVs. It's not trying to be a spaceship, it's just trying to be the most reliable machine in your driveway. Honda's 2-motor hybrid system is a work of art in simplicity. In most driving conditions, the gasoline engine isn't even connected to the wheels, it's just a generator. This means the engine doesn't have to deal with the shocks of gear changes or varying road loads. It runs at a steady, efficient RPM, which is the secret sauce for longevity. We're seeing 0 turbo lag because there's no turbo to fail, no intercoolers to leak, no wastegates to rattle. It's just high-quality magnets and copper coils doing the work. This is the zero gimmick winner. Honda's resale value is legendary for a reason. After 5 years, you can expect to recoup over 60% of what you paid. When you factor in that you've spent $0 on unexpected repairs and 40 mpg at the pump, the total cost of ownership makes every other compact SUV look like a bad gambling habit. So there you have it, 6 machines that actually respect your bank account. The common thread? These vehicles aren't trying to be everything to everyone. They are focused on the known. No unproven tech, no excessive complexity, and no compromises on base-level metallurgy. Look, the automotive industry wants you to believe that a car is a disposable tech product, like a smartphone you upgrade every 24 months. But a $50,000 SUV shouldn't have an expiration date. When you see a vehicle with a 97 reliability score in 2026, you aren't just looking at a car, you're looking at a masterpiece of conservative engineering. The brands that won today, Acura, Toyota, Lexus, Honda, and Subaru, didn't win by being the flashiest. They won because they let the other guys do the beta testing while they perfected the hardware. If you want to join the 200,000-mile club, stop looking at the infotainment screen and start looking at the service intervals. Smart money buys engineering. Ego buys a badge with a check engine light that comes standard at 50,001 miles. I want to hear from the high-mileage heroes in the comments. If you had to pick one vehicle to drive for the next 10 years without a single unplanned shop visit, which one are you betting your savings on? Is it the MDX, or are you sticking with the old-guard Toyota tanks? Drop your choice below. And if you're tired of being a test pilot for big-budget marketing fails, hit that subscribe button. We don't do hype here, we just do the math. I'm out. See you in the next one.